of bringing this render to reality is lowering the car. Simply put, we don't want to lose the mag ride capabilities. The active dampening while driving, you can go from comfort, normal, to sport. Stiffen it up a little bit. We don't want to lose that, so we're going to do just springs instead of coilovers. These are relatively cheap, relatively simple to install, and you can get them on carmerspeed.com. That is hands down the best way to support the channel. If you enjoy this content and you want to see more, especially on the Supra, if the Supra boys run it up, we'll do more Supra parts. Here's our springs, 100% made in Germany. These are the fronts, these are the rears. Let's take a look at the wheel gap before we do any work. About 3 fingers, about 3 in the front. Do you have one of these? Because I use it all the time. If you need one, I'll have it linked in the description. Also, my company, Karma Speed, render to reality 2004 Honda Civic Si. Editor Justin, show them what it looks like now, and then what it's gonna look like when we get there. We're gonna be documenting, uploading videos here. We just launched it, carmerspeed.com. Anything on the site gets you entered, so if you need car parts, if you need some apparel, you need some new clothes, I added a bunch of new collections to the site, as well as the cheapest way to get entered is a wallpaper I'll have Editor Justin throw on screen. So if you just want to give to the cause and maybe win a car in the process, maybe you know someone that needs a car, why we're doing this is to transform and give away a fun car and inspire action in every garage to help someone in need. So we're manifesting that this car, it's simple, reliable, budget relatable to the beginner car enthusiast, and also this car we're hoping gets to someone that needs a car, whether the person that wins it needs it or they get it, they don't need it, and they can give it to someone, and then we can share that story with you. We want to change someone's life, come together as an automotive community and give back. So if you need any car parts like these spring to get entered or anything I mentioned, the apparel, the wallpaper and such, link down in the description. Happy holidays. Thanks for the little spot in the video. If you're watching right now, I appreciate you. You're a real one. Let's get back into the Supra episode, lowering it. You could definitely do this on the ground in the garage. The lift makes filming easier so that you can see better, to make the job easier for you to do it. I went ahead, 17mm, cracked all lug bolts loose. I have my gun ready to go. Now I'm going to take all the wheels off. Make sure you pop the hood. Put this up so you don't forget. Take my wheels off. All right, sensor here, unclip, sensor here. Tabs on the bottom, 2 hands to get this one. Grab the rotor, turn it around. Pull the wires out of the grommet, hang that down low. Over here, slide off the brake line. So this ABS line, I got rid of this, pulled that out. Just a little support with my hand on the backside over here, and my impact will get it off. Normally you have to stick like a Torx nut in there, but this one came off, so that's good. Might need it to put it back on. Now I can slide the end link out of there. The next step is to get your floor jack, or if you're on a lift like me, a pull jack. We need to get the entire suspension to compress a little bit, so I'm gonna put some weight on it. Now we play a dangerous game with the spring compressor, but everything's fine. Get the floor jack underneath. I'm gonna get this in line, not hit the dust shield. Put it on the ball joint area, put a little pressure on. Now we can go to the top hat. Spring compressor's on, tension on it. A number 6 Allen inside. Now both are spinning. Gotta hold the top one still. Pass through socket and ratchet. You can get this at Harbor Freight or with the link in the description. If you go to the Amazon list and peep all the tools in there, pull it all the way out. Here's my nut. I'm gonna lower this slowly. My whole strut should just fall down. Okay. Now, pull this off and pull the spring off. Just to be safe, I'm gonna put a rag right here on this corner so nothing happens while I'm away. Now we're gonna play some games. Just kidding, it's not that big a deal, you just go slow. 19mm. This is kind of shocking. So the letter's upside down on this one. Slide it on. When it's upside down, everything fits perfect. This fits perfect too. Now we're ready to push it back in. Those videos that make it seem like you need 2 people, you don't. You just need a jack and jack stands, or a lift and a jack. Okay, so I'm looking for it up here. Here's how I'm doing it. I'm looking to see it come through. Grab it with my right hand down here without moving the spring. Push it on the shock. Left foot, thread the needle. Make sure the spring is seated where it should. The spring needs to sit here to the top hat just right. It was kind of cockeyed, so I went in here with a little bit of pressure on here and went boom, pulled towards me, and it popped into place. Now I just have to put that nut back on. pass-through ratchet and socket holding the middle with the Allen key. All right, here's where it snugs up. Bingo. Now I should be able to lower this. You'll love to see it. Clip here, clip under there, put this back. This is good to go up here. Start putting everything back in here. If you take anything away from me, it's this. This install made easy, but this is the most important part. End link is tight. This is clipped in, this is clipped in. ABS line is back in, brake line is back in. Up here is tight, and that is a final walkthrough. I'm gonna go do the other side, and then we'll get the rear done and see what it looks like. Only thing really different is you've got this line right here. You just gotta pull it out of these holders when you take off this little plastic cover here. Otherwise, totally the same on this side. Now we're off to the back. Step one, remove these covers with 10 mils. Looking from the bottom, disconnecting the wires, got everything loose. 18, 18. This is to take the lower portion of the strut out. Put this back on. So 21. This is out holding our shock. Now I need to get this out, which I don't have this socket, so I'm gonna run to the store. Just got back from the store, got the E20. Now with a jack or a pull jack, we need to put some sort of weight on it. Take the weight off of it. I don't like that. I need to do better on the other side. That's not how you do it. Got the spring out. Got this on the new one. Slide it into the top. Want to make sure it's seated correctly on the bottom. Apply pressure. Now I'm just gonna go up until I line it up. You can see it's close. Oh, it's about there. Looks good. Okay, so it needs to be twisted a little bit. Right here, you can see it's not lined up. I need to figure out how to apply pressure with a pry bar. There we go. So I just had to kind of put pressure on the right spot. Okay, that's snug. Tighten this one up last. Make sure our spring is in the right place. Looks good. Hook up our wires. Easy peasy. So, talk about what I did wrong. When you're taking this bolt out, make sure you keep the jack or pull jack underneath the lower control arm and raise it up until you can slide the bolt out by hand, then lower the jack, and then it will come down nicely and it won't pop out like that. So I'm gonna do the reverse of that right now. Final run through. Our wires right here are hooked up. Our spring is sitting as it should, top and bottom. Strut and spindle hub tight, very tight. Then our shield, aka our aerodynamics, are on 10 mils. Wires on this side check, everything's dialed for the fun part. This car could barely go on the lift beforehand. Now I created myself a problem, so I gotta get blocks out. The car's looking pretty low. I'm gonna pull it in here so you can see. It feels quite a bit lower. Oh wow, look at the front. This looks nice. Oh dude, it looks good. It looks real good. So I did H&R because H&R is a little higher in the rear than the front. The front drops a little more aggressive. When we get the 19s, the freaking Flush Boys, BC Forged with the freaking huge Michelins on, it's gonna look track stance with the wing on the back, so it's gonna look kind of like pissed, you know what I'm saying? Dang. Okay, I gotta drive it. Oh, we'll let it settle and then we'll take a look at this again, but this looks really, really good. What's better than lowering it is making this car louder, and my favorite exhaust for this car right now is this one right here. 5-inch tip, titanium, closest thing to a 2JZ in my opinion with this sound for the Mark V Supra. Check it out right here.